The year was 1994. Ferrari ruled the streets. McLaren ruled the tracks. Lamborghini ruled hearts. But then, out of nowhere, a car appeared that made them all nervous. It was American. It was brutal. And it was faster than anything else on Earth. This was the Vector W8, a supercar so ahead of its time, it looked like it came from the future. And yet, within a few years, it vanished completely. So what really happened? How did one of the most powerful cars ever built disappear almost overnight? This is the forgotten story of the 90s supercar that scared Ferrari. Our story begins not in Italy or Germany, but in California. A man named Gerald Wiegert, a dreamer, an engineer, and a rebel. In the 1970s, when the world worshipped European cars, Wiegert had a wild idea. Why can't America build the greatest supercar on Earth? He called it Vector, a name inspired by speed, precision, and direction. His mission? To build a car that didn't just rival Ferrari and Lamborghini, but destroyed them. He didn't want a luxury cruiser. He wanted a fighter jet on wheels. And in 1989, after years of sketches, sweat, and sleepless nights, it was finally real. The Vector W8 twin-turbo. It looked like a spaceship. It sounded like thunder. And it didn't care about being pretty. It was built to dominate. Under the hood sat a 6.0-liter twin-turbo V8, producing 625 horsepower, a number that was insane for 1990. Remember, this was an era when the Ferrari F40 made 471 horsepower. The Lamborghini Diablo, around 485. The Vector crushed them both. It could hit 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds and reach a top speed of 240 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, even today, that's hypercar territory. But back then, it was unthinkable. Inside, it looked like a fighter jet. Every dial, every switch, every gauge was hand-built. No digital screens, no luxury leather seats, just raw, mechanical aggression. The W8 didn't whisper sophistication, it screamed power. And people noticed. Magazines called it the American dream on wheels. Hollywood wanted it in movies. Celebrities tried to buy it, from Sylvester Stallone to Andre Agassi. Everyone wanted to own a Vector, but almost nobody could. Because each car cost nearly $450,000, a fortune in the early 90s. And production? Painfully slow. Each one was hand-assembled with aerospace-grade materials. In total, only 17 cars were ever made. The Vector was incredible, but behind the scenes, things weren't as shiny. Wiegert's company was bleeding money. Investors were getting nervous. And as costs skyrocketed, cracks began to show. In 1993, the company was taken over by a foreign investor group. They pushed Wiegert out of his own company, out of the dream he built from scratch. The new management tried to change everything. They built a new car, the Vector M12, using a Lamborghini engine. But fans hated it. It was slower, uglier, and had lost the wild American soul that made the W8 special. Within a few years, the company collapsed. Factories closed. Parts were scrapped. And the Vector W8, that futuristic monster that once terrified Ferrari, was gone. Gerald Wiegert never got his company back. But until his death, he kept one dream alive. That one day, Vector would return. He once said, Vector wasn't just a car. It was a message that America could build something greater than anyone believed. Today, the Vector W8 is a ghost. Only 17 exist worldwide. Some are hidden in private collections. Others sit quietly in museums, gathering dust. But every time one appears at an auction, the crowd goes silent. It's not just a car anymore, it's history. One sold recently for $1.2 million, another rumored to have reached nearly $2 million. Because people now realize the Vector wasn't a failure. It was too far ahead for its time. Think about it. Active aerodynamics, jet-style interiors, hand-built carbon panels. The Vector had it all in the early 90s, decades before the world caught up. And some say it quietly inspired a generation of engineers. Even Elon Musk once admitted that early American innovation shaped his vision for Tesla. Maybe, just maybe, Vector lit that spark. Imagine if the Vector returned today. An electric twin-turbo hybrid, designed by AI, with the same rebellious DNA, the same angular design, the same raw speed, the same fearless vision. It wouldn't just compete with Ferrari or McLaren. It would crush them again, because Vector was never about being pretty. It was about proving that American madness could take on European perfection. And honestly, that's what made it legendary. The Vector W8 didn't fail, it was silenced. A car born from passion, built by a dreamer, and forgotten by the system. They just wait for the world to catch up. So the next time you see a Ferrari fly past you, remember? There was once a machine, built in America, that made Ferrari nervous. A car that came from the 90s, but still belongs to the future.